Hey, what's the deal? That's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag, you know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 1:39 p.m., October 23rd, 2025. Now, I think also, if I'm not mistaken, no, either today or tomorrow, it's our time, the Scorpios, boy. Now, shout out to, I'm a Scorpio. Now, I was born November 7th. Now, my birthday is not too far. You know what I mean? So, yeah! You know what I mean? Of course, I'm washing my dishes as you hear the water and stuff. So I want to talk about this topic because there was something that I seen on a YouTube post that really had me thinking a lot, a whole lot. Now, there's an individual on YouTube by the name of Marie Shadow. Shout out to her because her channel, like she really goes in depth with a lot of stuff about wrestling, particularly New Japan Pro Wrestling, right? She covers New Japan Pro Wrestling much like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this dude, what's his name? Wrestling Rantin'. He covers this shit too and such. And she gives good insight, like very, very good insight and such. She posted something on Twitter that really had me thinking. And I'm like, I didn't even think about it like this. And, she said something that we all know is true, but I also want to say something that it might not be in the same context as what she might be talking about, but you can kind of feel it's in that context, right? I'm gonna post the thing up right about now, right? This is what she says, right? And she said something that had me thinking. She said it was the pinnacle of pro wrestling before AEW and Tony Khan tainted the IWGP Championship. A non-New Japan Pro Wrestling guy, despite the contract that just got New Japan saying this is the Lulu. Mox tried to do the same, failed. Naito wasn't having that at the time. Shame on Zack Sabre Jr. for dropping the title. Right? So, of course, you guys know Takeshita is the New Japan the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. IWGP is basically the governing body of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But this also had me thinking about something, right? And it's a disgrace because they helped taint the IWGP Championship. They did. They really helped taint it, right? But I thought about something. The IWGP Championship, and you might think I'm bugging out when I say this shit, but hear me out, okay? The IWGP Championship to AEW is basically the equivalent of the World Heavyweight Championship in WWE. Not the WWE Championship, but the World Heavyweight Championship, right? In other words, it's a fucking consolation prize. It's a fucking consolation prize. Basically, it's a consolation prize for anyone who is not, the top of the, who's not the top of the food chain for either company, right? So we've seen this remember when Seth Rollins won it? Remember when he won it? Remember when they had the tournament and Seth Rollins won it? Because Roman was carrying how many belts? He was carrying the Universal Championship, the WWE Championship. You know what I'm saying? He was carrying two belts, right? And so, and so they had to make a third belt, sort of like a consolation prize, saying, well, you can't beat Roman. Nobody can beat Roman, so we feel bad for you. So here's a backup World Heavyweight Championship. That's basically what this is now. If you kind of sense it, it's what the fuck this is now. How come Takeshita is not AEW champion? Huh? How come, they had so much stock in Takeshita that he has to be IWGP World Heavyweight Champion? How come he can't be AEW champion, right? This basically goes to show you that AEW treats New Japan like more than a second-class citizen. They're the reasons why New Japan Pro Wrestling is in the shit that is in now. They are. Tony Khan and fucking and everyone at AEW, almost everyone at AEW, pretty much just they shit on New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they look at it almost as if like that's their stepchild, right? But the thing is, it's more than that. It's basically more than that. And Zack Sabre Jr. had to drop the title to basically an AEW contractual wrestler. You know what I mean? He's contracted to AEW, right? So what the fuck is it? What is it? And it's sad too, because New Japan Pro Wrestling was at one point when it came like before AEW was created, right? New Japan Pro Wrestling. See, wrestling was fun when AEW was around. It really was. It was fun. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have, and people were feeling for, bring competition in WWE and such, right? But this competition actually is fucking up the wrestling industry. Why? Because of the politics that they fucking do. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people who turned on AEW quick. You know what I mean? It's almost like, it's almost like, and you gotta think I'm bugging out for saying this. It's almost like when 50, after 50 dropped, the Massacre. Remember when he went at, when he went at Ja and Jadakiss and Fat Joe? You know what I'm saying? And he was and Game. Like he basically turned his back on New York. He was dissing New York and everything. It was G Unit versus New York and stuff. He had beef with Cameron and such. This the same thing what we're seeing with AEW. AEW now basically, they took the wool out of sheep's clothing, and now look what you're seeing, right? And also to do this to New Japan Pro Wrestling it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. To me, the decline of New Japan Pro Wrestling is solely because of AEW. We know this. I mean, we clearly know this. And, WWE, I hope to God something happens where WWE and TKO buys out New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because this is the only thing that's keeping, AEW sort of afloat. Sort of. But not necessarily. Right? What is New Japan Pro Wrestling to AEW in 2025? What is it really, what role does it play in AEW's plans and their process? What role does it play? Forbidden Door is no longer fun anymore. It's not. Forbidden Door is no longer a concept that, that entertains people. Why? Because AEW fucked up the entire process of it. They destroyed the entire process, and look what the fuck they did. See, like I said before, I'm going to say this again. Ring of Honor was better off when it was Sinclair running shit. You know what I mean? So, AEW, they take stuff. Tony Khan takes stuff and he destroys. You know what I mean? He takes shit and he fucks it up. Right? And this is no different. This is no fucking different. And it's a shame, too, because, the IWGP Championship at one time was a pinnacle to wrestling in Japan and such. And it still is. But it also created superstars. It did. Right? With AEW's existence and their plans for New Japan Pro Wrestling, I mean, you don't see that. Like, ask yourself this question, right? And just answer this question for me. Who right now in New Japan Pro Wrestling is the stick-out star? Who's the mega star in New Japan Pro Wrestling? And when I mean mega star, I mean their so-called Okada, right? Who, by the way, I mean, shit, how's that experiment been going for AEW, huh? How's that experiment been? This man basically wound up going to AEW, He wound up going over there just to say the word bitch, 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 bitch. He's not even an AEW champion. Like, come on. Who there in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now, right fucking now, is a top draw, like a megastar? Shit, nigga. Even Wrestle Kingdom is no longer a must-see. It's no longer a must-see event. No longer. No fucking longer. Again, answer the question. Who right now in New Japan Pro Wrestling is, a megastar? Right now. Right now, in 2025, who is in the same level as a fucking, as the same level as an Okada or Shinsuke Nakamura or fucking Tanahashi, huh? Who? There's nobody. There's nobody. Remember Mercedes Moné when she was there? Remember Will Ospreay when he was there? It's food for thought, man. Food for thought. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make another video tonight. You know what I mean? I got some work shit to do. You know what I mean? I got a lot of shit to do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna catch y'all tonight. Peace.